morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rich on Life Lofts. I am Richard, and I am on the road. Heading this morning to Louisville, Kentucky to go to the 2022 National Young Bird Show. About a 3-hour drive for me on this Halloween weekend. Hopefully get some good pictures and video of all the different pigeons in the pigeon show. They should have, some frills and set necks and American fantails and owls and all kinds. Looking forward to going there. Looking forward to seeing some of the vendors. I need a couple of things for my loft. So hopefully have a real good time. I will definitely share everything. Hope everybody has a good, safe Halloween. And I'll be back when I get there. Lots of beautiful pigeons here. This Polish lynx is a big bird. It's trying to get away from me. You'll see all kinds of birds here you've never seen before. This is called a Scandaroon pigeon. Give you a scale. All these tables are filled with pigeons. This pretty bird is an English trumpeter, an English trumpeter. Look at all those feathered feet. You've got quite a few here. Here's a white one. Really pretty white one on the other side. It's kind of a pied one. Beautiful birds. I have no idea what I'd do with one. So you got this pure black one. English trumpeter. Here we have Chinese owls. Quite a few of those. There's more over here. This must be the National Chinese Owl Club, and I see they're judging here. Each club has their own judges. And they're all judging best in show. Over here we have the American fantails. That's what I have. Those two. Now, my two aren't showbirds. They're just, that'd be the difference between a barn cat and a show cat. Mine are just barn cats. They're all turning away from me, so you can't really see their heads. That's their normal posture right there. Their head all the way back, chest out, tail splayed. Really beautiful birds. There's a beautiful dun one. I'm not sure why this one has painter's tape on its tail. I'm sure there's a reason for it, and anybody out there that keeps fantails probably knows what it is, but I don't.
Okay, here we have old German owls, not to be confused with the Chinese owls I showed you earlier. I love that little tuft on the back of their head where the feathers point up. Gives them a little hood or a halo. There's some pretty colors. I love that brown. I guess you'd call that one back there a red or a reduced, or and then we got that mealy barred one back there and another brown one. Over there we got a black one. Now this is a young bird show. All these birds are young birds. All these birds were born 2022. Now see, this is a Moki. And I don't know the difference between a Moki and the old German owl I just showed you, but it's M-O-K-E. Moki. They got a bunch of these here too. There's kind of a white-headed blue bar. There's an ash red one. These are just listed as rare colors. Boy, like I mentioned before, there's sure a lot of birds here. A lot of bird breeds here. These are helmets, as you can tell by the shape of their head and the color on their head. All of these have their primary coloring should be on their head. These are kings. As you can tell, they're a big breed. This is a runt. I couldn't tell that difference between a king or anything else. There are so many different pigeon breeds here, and I can't tell what half of them are. Lots of different colors of Indian fantail. See, I can't tell the difference. This over here is white one's an Indian fantail. And that brown one over there is a Midian fantail. So that's a Midian fantail. And that's an Indian fantail. So these are all the fantails. And the reason they're in these smaller cages are these are the ones that are being shown to win awards. As you notice in the back, there's a bunch in the back. Those are the ones that the judges have picked out. Let me zoom in a little bit. Those are the ones back there that the judges have picked out. And now they're going through judging each bird individually. That's what the gentleman down there in the white coat is. They're judging each bird individually, and then they're going to pick a best of show. This here is a powder. Happens to be a Pomeranian powder. That's Pouter, P-O-U-T-E-R. I'm not sure the difference between the different breeds of powder, but I can recognize them when I see them. They're another very interesting bird. That one's kind of a mealy. This one over here seems to be pretty full of personality. Check out that beautiful guy. Look at those feet. That one's kind of mealy and black. This one over here is just black. That a beautiful bird? These here are Russian tumblers. That's a pretty color. I love the feathered feet. I really hope this brown bronze color of this archangel comes through on the video. That bird right there is absolutely stunning color, and there's probably 15 or 20 of them in a line. That is all look. I mean, that copper bronze color. And you can't tell, but it's laced through their wings. Let me get on top, see if the light can get it. I have no idea what I do with an archangel, but I would love to have one of these. That is just gorgeous. The iridescence that's showing up on this bird, it's amazing. Wish I had better lighting in here. This one's acting kind of skittish. Let it settle down for a minute. Check out the lacing on this wing. That is an absolutely gorgeous bird. Kind of upset that I'm bothering him so bad. Put my camera on top and just stop for a minute. I just put my camera on top and step back. I hope I got a good picture of them. Now this is a figurita. Kind of hard to believe on video, but how small and pretty that bird is. Now this is an African owl, not to be confused with a German owl or the Chinese owl. The only thing I can say is these birds don't have a beak. Which I'm sure they do, but they're a pretty interesting looking bird.
That's the ear.
That would have a funny looking face.
Hey, welcome back. It's Sunday, the next day. The Young Bird Show was yesterday. And I just wanted to, first of all, apologize for the disjointed videos there. There was a lot of people and it was overwhelming to film. So I just went ahead and stopped trying to video everything, bought what I wanted to buy. Thank you, Foys, for being there. First of all, I bought a small toss basket. It's just a small one, because all of mine are 15 birds, and if I have to take just a few birds somewhere, it's kind of a pain. So I just bought bigger one. It's a good deal while you're there because there's no shipping. And also one thing Foy's will do is before the show, if you order before the show, make an order with them, they will pack it up and bring it to the show with no shipping. So that's a great deal. But I got a small toss basket and got some other stuff. I picked up some of these small waterers, what I needed. I've been looking for these all over and kind of hard to find here. And these will fit inside the breeding boxes. So when I have to load, a breeding pair up, they will, I can keep them in there with their water and food, so I don't have to constantly let them out. But that's what I had to do last year. Last year I went out there and then I let them out for 15 minutes. And what are you doing? Cat hears me talking, wants to come over and see what's going on. I was going out there and letting the pair out for 15, 30 minutes, letting them eat, get water, everything. Then I'd put them back up and let another pair out, and it was really time consuming. So this way, when I first pair them up, I can put them in the boxes, put a waterer in there, put feed in there, and then I don't have to worry about it too much. So I'm really happy to get those. I also picked up some snap bands every year. What I'm starting to do is, I got 13 through 36 in pink. And I know these are kind of teal, greenish color, but, for those of us who are colorblind, it's going to work as blue. And what I do is I put these on the breeding pairs, 13 and 13 on the hen and the cock. That way, just at a glance, I can remember who's with who, so I don't have to constantly try to remember each bird, because after a while they all start looking the same when they're in their boxes. And this is why I can keep track of if a cock bird's trying to take over another box. I can just, if it's a blue bar, a dark check, or whatever, I can just see who belongs to who. So, and plus it makes it easier for me, because now as I sit down with all my paperwork and I decide which pairs I'm going to put together, I can go outside and put the appropriate snap rings on that pair and then still leave them in the hen section or the cock section and not worry about it. And then when it does come time to put them together, I can just put them together. I also bought a package of the breeding cards so I can put these on the nest boxes and not have to worry about trying to remember. Because with me, I'll go out there and I'll look at everybody and I'll check all the boxes, and I'll have an egg laid in box 3, an egg laid in box 6, and, one in box 12. And then I'll finish cleaning and feeding and everything. And then I'll come back in the house and pull out my book and not remember which eggs were where or who or what. So I'm going to put these on the actual nest boxes, and bought some of these holders. I think a pack of 50 of these cards cost me like $3, $4 or something. And these holders they're metal, and these holders were $1 a piece. So I picked up a stack of those and a pack of the breeding cards. So I can keep track of who's who and what's where. But like I said, it'll be pretty easy to just write on them. Keep a couple of pens out there and just write on the cards when I find something. And last but not least, I bought a bag of charcoal. I like to put this in with their grit, mix it up. It's not that expensive. I think it's like $16 for a 5-pound bag. But, when you're ordering stuff like that from Foy's or a place like that, I can't get it locally. The shipping is just outrageous. So I was glad to see they had some there. Excuse me. And I believe that's all I got there, which was more than enough for me. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank Foy's again for being there and having everything on site to purchase. They had quite a bit of stuff there. Supplements and medicines, and you could buy your vaccination guns. They had vaccines there you could buy. All kinds of different baskets, wooden, plastic, wicker. You know, they were all there. So just shopping there and seeing stuff, because sometimes you see stuff online, and you're like, yeah, I like that. And it gets in, it's not the right size, or, you know, something different, and it won't fit here or there. So it was a pretty good deal. So thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and happy Halloween for everybody. And I'll see you on the next one.